This is too good to be true.
Well, Starfleet couldn't ask you to continue your slipstream research and still call Helena a rogue.
But a complete pardon?
It's not that complete. We're gonna be every admiral's errand boy for a very long time.
I swore I would never touch Omega again. But this makes me almost want to say yes to Starfleet.
Well, they could use your brilliance.
Please. Any brilliance I had was destroyed the minute Robin left on that shuttle.
Continuing the research won't dishonor her memory, Corey. It will honor her life. Otherwise, her death and all we've been through has no meaning. Well, I have to go. Helena's called on another errand. Take care of yourself, Corey.
You look terrible.
Oh, you're a real charmer. Mr. Astor's a done deal.
You've thought that before.
No, I gave him a gift this time. I gave him the power to forgive himself.
Well, now that sounds like a mighty fine thing to have.
Yes, sir. Almost as fine as Omega.
I'm trying, Captain.
I'll stop.
Aye, sir. I'll stop.
Well, I think it's safe to say that didn't work.
How do you know? That sending graviton pulses at one rupture would send feedback from all their neighbors.
Damage is manageable, sir. Amazing.
Oh, baby. You've got the finest dampers in the quadrant.
Bridge to sickbay.
Ness here. I've got a broken ankle coming in. That's all I know of so far.
That was almost a soliton event. I'd suggest that the ruptures are linked in subspace, allowing them to act like induction coils given the proper impetus.
Induction coils can burn out. Launch a graviton charge at the central singularity.
It'd take a probe years to reach the target, assuming we could rig one to survive the event horizon.
Artem, take us into open space.
Aye, sir.
Mr. Rockney, start repairs. Then you and Commander Dow have a date with the drawing board.
We still have no confirmation that she's in there.
Can you think of a better place for her to hide? Helena could do one Omega experiment after another and we couldn't see it.
But this minefield, it just seems so extreme.
But look at the devastation she's wrought. That's extreme enough for me, son. Keep at it. Spread the net. Helena has to come out sooner or later, and when she does, the mines will finish her.
You realize that after this point, you will be completely sequestered. I'll be your liaison and your only contact outside your project group.
I understand, Counselor.
Good. Don't forget that you're still my patient, and I will pull you out at the first sign of emotional strain.
You worry too much. Haven't you ever heard of occupational therapy?
Yes, but in my book, that's on the same page as occupational hazard. Good luck.
Okay, people, listen up. I'm Lieutenant Commander Corey Astor, and as of now, you're all working for me.
Maxwell to all ships. We're almost ready to activate the field. If you've completed deploying your ordnance, move back to a safe distance.
What if instead of trying to push the ruptures closed, we use sutures?
Made from what?
Isolytic tethers.
That would be like bandaging a wound with barbed wire.
Not if we use Tholian techniques to sheathe the energy.
Bridge to Dow. We're leaving the formation zone.
On my way.
Johns to all ships. Final mines have been deployed. Ships working around the clock. Almost 1 million mines. God help you, Teresa.
I hate being sensor blind.
Once I figure out how to compensate, you'll be the first to know.
Anything could be waiting for us out there.
Leaving the damaged region now, Captain.
Sensors are active. Nothing on short range. Long range is also clear.
Hack the listening post. Let's get as much news as we can before we head back in.
The Lantaro Center. But the hunting fleet is in Sector 445.
Starfleet's got the right idea. They've just got the wrong disaster. Lantaro suffered a catastrophe years ago, and the conditions are nearly identical at Sector 445. I'm uploading the specifics to you now.
That's deep in Federation space.
You've raided deeper. If I wanted to trap you, Helena, I would have done it long ago. Now, I told you where the Helena is, and as always, you may do with this information as you please.
The Orion is moving off.
Really? Giving up, perhaps? Baptist hides well for a ship without a cloak.
The Federation fleet is breaking up. Multiple vectors.
We need not stay here. Starfleet will announce Helena's destruction should the mines take her. So, follow the Orions.
Come in.
Is that Turkish coffee?
Yes, you want some?
No, thank you. That stuff makes Ractagino taste like milk.
My grandmother used to say she could read the future in the grounds.
Tasseography. There's a similar superstition on Trill, only it involves tea leaves. What do you see?
You have something for me?
Simulations support that Tholian web methodology could be used to sheathe the isolytic sutures. Once the energy filaments are sealed, they become self-regenerating, and they'd protect normal space from additional harm.
But the isolytic component of the sutures would allow us to manipulate the ruptures from within. Can we really build a Tholian web generator?
We can approximate one, but there's a problem. It's Mr. Rockney.
Wants me to strip out her main tractor beam assembly, tear her middle right down.
Why are you whispering?
I don't want Ellen to hear us. It'll break her heart.
And yet your brain scan's completely normal. It's amazing.
I knew they were going to try something like this. That's why I stayed on board. Why did you stay on board? And don't give me the trouble about losing your medical license.
Mr. Rockney, I'll need you to make some repairs to Deck 7.
Repairs? What happened now?
It seems Lieutenant Dias has accidentally ripped out the primary tractor beam assembly.
In my position, I can't make mistakes. You see, they won't tolerate any more mistakes. I don't get to make any mistakes. Enter. Ah, Joseph. Come on in, sit down, sit down. You and your crew have worked very hard, Joseph. I think you deserve a reward. I'm sending you to Risa.
But Helena's still in hiding. Ah. I'm not really going to Risa, am I?
Oh, you are? If I can trust you.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Joseph, I don't think I have to acquaint you with my service record, do I? The point is, I don't get to make mistakes. I have a report on Helena, contact, near the Risa system.
But that would mean...
That would mean I've wasted a lot of time and resources mining an empty rabbit hole. I can just see Admiral Cook at the command table.
Maxwell waylaid 20 ships, and all the while Helena's crew were laughing it up on a pleasure planet?
How reliable is your source?
It's reliable enough it can't be ignored. I have no reason to go to Risa, but I can give you some R&R.
And if I happen to find her along the way?
Alert Starfleet. After you've blown Helena out of the sky.
Honestly, I find your dedication quite admirable, especially for a non-Helenan.
Oh? So, what, do Helenans have a monopoly on faith and loyalty?
My people mate for life, Corey. And once mated, the bond is a compulsion. Till death do us part is actually quite true for a Helenan. Yet you don't have any such constraints, but you behave as if you do.
Do you have a mate?
I did. I lost him in the Dominion Wars.
I'm sorry. So you can't?
No, I can't take another mate. I won't. I will never share my heart or my bed with another. It's my turn.
I can't believe I didn't see that. Are you sure you're not messing with my head? What's that?
You've been working very hard. You need some rest.
Counselor, I've been working very hard. I need some rest.
Sir, I have a priority hail from Admiral Jarrow.
Put it through?
I know you're going to alert the fleet, but maybe we could talk for a couple of minutes?
How about we talk for a couple minutes before I alert the fleet?
Thank you.
You know, until we got the distress signal from the evacuees, I thought you were dead.
Maxwell certainly tried his best.
No, Teresa. I did.
Why would Maxwell make you...
You made me, Teresa. You did. This has got to stop. Please, turn yourself in. You have got to surrender.
I can't yet. Maybe... How are my evacuees doing?
The lower decks have been reassigned. The officers are still being held for questioning.
And that includes Corey.
Corey Astor. Commander Astor was not among the evacuees.
Well, we beamed him down. If you don't have him, then he's still there.
We beamed up every person off that moon.
Well, you missed him. Joseph, he's been stranded there alone for weeks.
Meet me there. We'll search for him together.
I have to go now.
Bridge, get me the Phoenix.
Phaser's operating at 30%. They're using some form of Breen energy dissipators.
Scavenged from trend law, no doubt. Artem, evasive pattern Shelby 4. Dias, remodulate the tritium buffers.
I have been, to no effect. The Orion's improved on the technology. Shields are failing. Targeting systems are jammed.
Go manual and launch a torpedo.
They're dragging us into the ruptures.
To have this all to themselves.
Impulse power negligible, Captain. We're not going anywhere.
Weapons are offline. We're down to auxiliary power for gravity and life support.
How did they manage to pinpoint us like this?
The Baptist is hailing.
On screen.
Captain Faisal, it's been too long.
I will rip your arm off and use it to crush your skull.
I've missed you too, precious. Your own people gave you to me, Captain. You've become a mess too dirty for even them to clean up.
Helena is dead in space, Colonel.
Excellent. Drop cloak. Fire all weapons.
Plane ship has been destroyed.
By what?
I don't know.
Again!
That's 2 down, 1 to go.
It's a Klingon bird of prey, sir. It's chasing the Baptist.
Did you know about this?
No, but Neros taught me to save being surprised till after the fight.
I never want to play you at poker.
I do.
Baptist has reached open space and gone to warp.
Let them go.
Ah! I forgot to talk to them. I am old, my friends.
Helm, bring us about. Has Helena restored power?
Not yet.
Shame we don't have enough for a boarding party. Fire a shot across their bow.
It would seem that our saviors are hostile, Captain.
Out of the frying pan into the fire. Dias, can you give me anything, even 1 torpedo?
If they come close enough, we can decompress a cargo bay and try to ram them.
Bridge to engineering.
900 millijoules.
Excuse me?
That's how close we came to losing warp core containment. I had to lock everything down. 20 minutes for shields, an hour for engines.
Identify yourselves and state your intentions.
Were I but 100 years younger. I am Degaz, son of Maltz. Admiral Knapp took great risk to contact me and suggest that you might need a friend.
Do you have any proof of this?
Are you not still intact?
You took your sweet time in helping us.
I pride myself on making a grand entrance.
Confirmed, Captain. He's Colonel Degaz. He fought with Admiral Knapp during the Cardassian Wars.
I'm uploading all the data we've collected on the movements of Maxwell's fleet and the Orions.
Helena said Starfleet sent her to us.
A lying pirate. Imagine that. But someone does know you're here. By now they know I'm here as well. I suggest we render that knowledge obsolete.
What's your report?
Mr. Astor's team has increased the Omega synthesis efficiency by 29%. Harnessing the power is still something that's beyond our reach. Right now, all we're able to do is create Omega time bombs.
Have you spoken to your pet Orion?
I didn't think there was any need.
Dominant and Glory were positioned to intercept the pirates. After waiting long enough, they moved in. And they scanned the vicinity of the Lantaro listening post, and they found Orion debris, and Klingon disruptor residuals, and a Klingon ion trail, and no sign of the Helena.
We found her once, we'll find her again.
How? They don't have to tap into Starfleet communications anymore. They've got a Klingon friend eavesdropping for them.
Shall we abort?
We don't have that luxury. Maxwell out. Bridge, get me a secure channel to the Legacy.
My people have confirmed it. The signal from the Helena came from an area near the vicinity of the Risa system. I'm sending you the coordinates.
Acknowledged.
And Joseph, thank you for keeping her communicate with you between the two of us.
As leader of the task force, it's within your authority to order all contacts kept need to know.
I'm going to the moon where we found the Helena evacuees. I'm going to scan every inch of that surface and put down away teams.
Thank you, Captain.
I left you in charge of that recovery, Joseph. And if you miss someone so important to this hunt as Mr. Astor, well, Command won't hear it from me. You've got my back, and I've got yours.
I just want to know that Astor's okay.
If that's the way you want to call it, son, it's okay with me.
Let it not be said that a son of Maltz is not a fine host.
Thank you for an interesting meal, Colonel. And I'm grateful for all of your help, but...
Surprise, Captain. I scanned your ready room's replicator logs.
I'll have to remember that trick.
I should teach at your academy. You cannot return to look for your lost Mr. Astor. They'll be waiting for you. It smelled like a trap from the start.
I don't think Captain Johns would lie to me.
Then perhaps he's been lied to as well. There are strange things afoot, whispers in the Empire.
Are you here on the High Council's sanction? Are your comrades not after us?
You are of little import to the High Council. If you come within a warrior's gun sights, you will be destroyed. But few actively seek you. That was cruel, Braden.
You didn't stop it.
It was his folly for not knowing the enemy. Those implants of yours, they keep you young.
They slow the aging process.
Can they reverse it?
No.
Then what good are they? If you wish to continue with your experiments, I suggest you go to the Scrim system, Sector 442.
The old briar patch?
Isolated weapons used by the Sonar during the Dominion War destroyed many good Klingon ships, but created a region of damaged space that might prove suitable to your needs. Go to the Scrim system, Captain.
I will find you, Mr. Astor.
Send in a slave. Send in two. Make sure they're durable.
Chief, your friend is hailing.
Send it through to my quarters.
I won't pretend ignorance of what's transpired, Helena. But the Klingon was a surprise.
I am now thrice a fool, Starfleet. I've lost tremendous standing with the Syndicate. You're going to help me get it back.
And why would I do that?
Because you don't want me making another broadcast to everyone in range.
I'm sending you a file. Stand by. Now, if that's not every operation you're running, it's just one or two shy. So you listen to me, Kaleno. Are you listening?
Yes.
Good. Because I've got a lot bigger mouth than you do. And don't you ever forget that. Now, if I need to contact you, I will.
Go away! I've lost my appetite.
Just a few more hours to Ryza. What are you planning on doing with your R&R, sir?
I haven't put much thought to it.
I can't decide if I want to hit the beaches or take in some of the renewal symposium.
Renewal symposium?
Most people would find it tedious, but some of the greatest minds in the Quadrant are on Ryza right now. Scientists, diplomats, talking about the future of, well, everything, I suppose.
Nothing on my display, sir.
Helm, make your course 275 Mark 81. Releasing data lockout now.
Omega?
Armed gravimetric torpedoes.
Positive contact. It's Helena.
On screen.
Warp signature is fragmented somehow. I don't think we can trace it.
If Helena went to warp, why are we still detecting Omega?
There's a shuttle out there, sir. Energy buildup from it it's massive.
Bring us about. This is Captain Johns of the Starship Legacy. To all ships in the vicinity, run as fast as you can. Maximum warp. Engage. Open a channel to the Phoenix. No. Belay that. Get me Admiral Rand on DS-12.
But we've been nowhere near that sector.
Legacy's sensor logs would say otherwise.
We're no longer fugitive, Captain. We've been promoted to scapegoat.
It is possible that Ryza is unharmed, but without warp, it will be many years before anyone can travel far enough to confirm it.
Open a channel to Starfleet Command.
Captain, I'd advise against announcing our position.
We have to show them the truth.
How many times now have we made Starfleet think we're somewhere that we're not?
I think you should get lost for a while, Captain. At least one member of the High Council was on Ryza. The Empire is no longer disinterested. Neither are the Romulans. In 5 days' time, send a signal to the listening post at these coordinates. I will contact you then. Kapla.
Corey?
He would never participate in something like this willingly.
I know. It would take torture. Or worse. They've broken him.
This is straight from command, people. We need another 10 resonance chambers. When we're ready to harness Omega for real, we're sending a small fleet after Odyssey. The Archons won't know what hit them.